Hi, I'm Maggie Smith. I'm the owner here at Pin Tuck and Pearl, and today we're going to take you on a little tour of one of our favorite Berninas, the B335, which is one of the entry-level Berninas. So this is the Bernina 335. This is a great little machine. We have used this machine as one of our classroom machines probably for the first 4 years the store was open. This is what we have. So I can tell you for a fact, this machine can handle quilts, garments, bags. This thing can do a lot. It has a semi-automatic needle threader. We have a video that can show you how to do that. That's pretty standard on most Bernina machines. It has the Bernina presser feet. It comes with a snap-on foot, but you can upgrade to the full shank feet, which are come on and off in just one step. It has a great stitch plate, which we'll show you a little bit later. It also has this slide-on tray, which you can pull off, exposing this nice free arm. This is about just over 6 inches to the right of the needle. Inside here we have a front-loading bobbin. It's the Bernina bobbin. It's a CB hook. The stitches that these create are pretty fantastic. Nice and even, beautiful, beautiful stitches. This comes with the Bernina bobbin, specifically a Bernina bobbin. The machine is weighted for this. Pretty easy to put in and to take in and out. You can actually take this entire hook system out, so if you do have a jam, maybe you forget to put the foot down or not hold your thread tails when you start, you can pull that all out and kind of get in there. Sometimes it's a little bit harder with drop-in bobbins. We also have an automatic bobbin winder up here, which I think is very, very cool. Secondary support, so if you wanted to do twin needles, needle up, down, reverse. This machine is full of features even though it's got a small footprint. All right, so let's take a closer look. So the first thing we're going to do is just basic straight stitching. All the stitches on Berninas have preset width and length, which is pretty common in sewing machines, but the difference with Bernina is that you have total stitch control, and those who have come into the store will laugh because we say that a lot. It's a great Bernina feature. That means I can literally change the width, the length, and the needle position on any stitches, which is pretty fantastic because I'm a very controlling person. So we'll start stitching like butter. I can reverse if I want. Pretty great. Bring it up, use one of these handy dandy thread cutters. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Beautiful stitching. Want to change to stitch number 2, we'll do some zigzags. Obviously I'm not actually making anything because I'm just randomly stitching. So it's got a DC motor. This motor is strong. This machine will go through a lot. I told you that we had it as our classroom machine, so I have personally seen it go through layers of denim, layers of canvas, layers of quilting. Like, there's lots of stuff it will go through. So the other thing that comes with the B335 is the freehand system. Some of you that have older Berninas this will look familiar to you. This is, like I just said, the freehand system. This helps you lift the presser foot without actually having to move your hand. So it's almost like having a third hand. Basically, each machine has one, I think except for the 325. So you start with the 335 that has it. You just pop it into the front of the machine, and then we will show you how it works while I'm actually stitching. So it just pops in right here. There you go. We'll show you. So we have our freehand system plugged into the machine like we just showed you. So now I'm going to show you how I use it. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch straight all the way to the end. I'm going to use my stitch plate so I know exactly when it's 5/8. I've set the machine to have the needle stop option down, which means when the machine stops sewing, the needle either is in the bottom of the stitch into the fabric or it's at the top of the stitch above. So it's at the bottom. I'm now going to use my knee, which you can't see, and I'm going to push it to the right. It's going to lift my presser foot, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop. Obviously, I can literally move my fabric any way I want, and then I can go ahead and start stitching again. This is great. You can use it at any time, so even if you want to start with it, put your fabric underneath, you can lift it and kind of adjust as you go. Great for curves, great for quilting, literally great for anything when you need that third hand so you don't have to reach up. So I'm going to show you one of the other features that I personally love on the 335. So you have 9 needle positions, and some people might think that excessive. I think it is just perfect. So this means you can be really, really precise with your stitching. So I changed the number 10 foot, which is the edge stitch foot. I have lined the little metal bar up to the last stitching that we just did. So I'm going to drop my presser foot, and then I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, no, before I'm going to show you this. So now I'm going to move my needle over 3 ticks. Now I'm going to use that edge stitching foot. This is great for top stitching. This is what I use this foot a lot for. I have stitched, lift my needle, pull my fabric out, and now I have a very precise perfect line of stitching next to it. One of my other favorite features about this machine is the automatic buttonhole foot. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my foot. I'm going to set my buttonhole length, and I'm going to go ahead and start. This is going to, once those two lines match up, I'm going to tell the machine that's where I want my buttonhole to stop. And then it's going to stitch out the buttonhole. It's also going to memorize what that length is. Machine automatically stops. This is my favorite part as a garment sewer. So now it's memorized that length. Now I can just go through, and I'm going to use the automatic stop and start button, and it's just going to go ahead and stitch that. I don't have to do anything. I mean, if I was actually stitching a garment, I would hold it and make sure it runs steady and straight. But otherwise, I'm literally just driving this car. I'm not having to do anything. The machine does it for me. And then I'm going to go ahead and lift the needle. And now I have two amazing buttonholes the exact same length. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of the Bernina 335. If you have any questions about the machine, you can shoot us an email, give the shop a call, or swing on by. Thanks for watching.